Police n'amagye gye buvuddeko kati ne bisazeeko office za NUP. Obunkenke bweyongedde ku office za Bobi Wine naddala nga kamera kigambibwa enkesi ze ziri mu kubanga oboolyawo zibalaga buli kigenda mu maaso. Nkusaba sooka olekinge video eno esooka kubanga etambula etuuke ku abo beekwatako era subscribinga. Kakati embeera ebadde ya bunkenke era abamu nga omwami oyo osobola okulaba nti alabika nga alumiziddwa byansuso oluvannyuma lwa raid egenze mu maaso awo ku office za NUP. Embeera ya kazigizigi ne buli kati ensonga egenda bugenzi kakasibwa wabula ababaddewo kaboogere ebibaddewo ne Nina Rose y'omu ku babaddewo. Maaso awo waliwo Honorable Ssemujju Nganda ayina kayogedde ke tusaana okuyiga.
Myaka egyo n'egy'emabega bafuna abakulembeze abatali baddala abatali solidi babakabya amaziga komanda Engineer Stephen Kawesa ngenda sangula amaziga abantu benasala ge bakabidde nga tulonda abakulembeze abatali serious bana bafutu soldiers otuyingiza parliament bakola omulimu gw'amaanyi ngenda kakasa nti buli futu soldier obulamu bwette busigala kyekyo abapangise bagobagoba mayumba nekuna bakubagulira politiku bazibiranja bazibira bana bakola omulimu nze ndi w'amaanyi w'abasajja bano bambereddewo mu mbeera zonna aba mission riders
ekibattaka ekiri essembabula zize kulwanisa early marriages and early pregnancies eziri eyo kuba eri yafuuka business abaana abazadde batunda abaana baabwe si mu bweyagalire bwabwe naye nabo tebali mu mbeera nnungi so beesanga nga bakoze ekyo ekibattaka land grabbing kyo kifuuse kya buyimba ndowooza naddala eremya era nga nzize wano submitting a papers of expression of interest as a woman MP Sembabule district.
Basically,
Unemployed youth, that is number of youth that is rising every day. Early marriages and early pregnancy. There are so many factors.
Yes.
I was in Dubai recently. They have now started labeling Kenyan mangoes because in Dubai, every year Pakistan alone exports mangoes to Dubai, $100 million, just mangoes alone. Now Kenya has entered that market. You go to a supermarket in Dubai and they will tell you these are Kenyan mangoes because they are better than sometimes Pakistan. We have capacity to do agriculture because that's where the biggest proportion of the population is. When Museveni comes, he's going to be speaking about export. Now milk to Algeria, now this. Even when America opened doors and we went to Bugoro where they were recruiting virgins under, I've forgotten the Kananathan, the American market was open for Uganda, but we had nothing to export. That's why at the end of the day, financing of the budget itself is going to be heavily through borrowing. Because you have a budget of 72 trillion, you are going to borrow about 30, because they use a formula that finance has provided, which is 40-60. That 60 should be URA taxes, but we never get those taxes because next financial year, the projection is that we will correct. I think now they have gone to 36. 37. And then the rest of the money is borrowing from outside and from banks that are owned by foreigners. Because if you borrow from Stanbic,
domestic banks,
at the end of the day, they call them domestic because they are registered here, but they are foreign owned. It's like saying MTN is a Ugandan company. Certainly, it is not, it's only resident in Uganda. So when you borrow from Stanbic Bank, it means because this financial year we have budgeted for 11 trillion interest payment, it means the South Africans who have brought some money here, they will just collect 11 trillion in interest and return home. So the education, health, agriculture, there is no sector where worth reporting that the country, and I want to advise, I saw on your screen they have put FDC. I am no longer FDC, I am PFF. So please let nobody call me FDC. I left that party long ago. So in all sectors you have problems. And these problems is what I presented to Parliament. Because in the budget of this next financial year, which starts next month, that Museveni will present in Parliament, you have 27 trillion, which is for debt servicing.
Yes.
You have 8.6 trillion wages for the 400,000 people working in the government, including us MPs. And then you have another about 4 trillion, which is for fuel, for workshops, for entertainment, special meals, etc. You are spending about 12 trillion, which is 16% of the budget, on 500,000 people. The rest of the money is for debt servicing. Look, in the road sector, the last time Katumba Amara made a presentation, I think it was made by Musa Echweru, the deputy, you have about 4 trillion in the budget, and you will see Museveni presenting roads that are going to be done. I think Museveni likes drama, because contractors had abandoned sites, all of them, by January this year, because government owes them 1.7 trillion.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Amanya n'eddoboozi Haji Abudu omusomi w'edduwa. Nkola ku nsonga ez'enjawulo, emirimu nga gikutataganyeko, ebyenfuna byo nga bidobonkanye, ne oba oli bweru wa ggwanga emirimu gyakucankalanako. Jangu kusomere ku dduwa. Okuva edda n'edda edduwa zaabaawo, edduwa zisomibwa, omuntu n'oterezebwa mu mbeera yonna ebadde ekwesibyeko, ekusibyeko akanyaaga. Nina ekyoto kye nsobola okukumira wadde oli bweru wa ggwanga nga toli kumpi wano, n'ofuna omukisa ogwo naawe n'osomerwako ku dduwa nga nkuteddeko n'akabaani, Allah ajja kukusaasira, ajja kukwanukula. Kuba ku nnamba yange y'essimu 075 2 44 751 ne ku WhatsApp kwendi. Mpereza obubaka sobolo kuyamba. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So the money in the budget is actually to mobilize contractors to return to work. But Museveni is going to present it as new, then he will put a list of roads to be done, including roads where they are going to do visibility studies. Look, we have borrowed the money to do roads, and I'll give you one specific one. The Ginger Expressway Southern Bypass that starts at Munyonyo, comes to Nambola, and then goes to Ginger. We borrowed over $300 million from African Women Bank 2 years ago. Construction of that road cannot start. Why? Because we don't have money to compensate people in the passage. So even what Museveni reads, it will excite people. But if you read all these documents and you put them together, you will know that our president likes drama. He will put, you are going to do Ginger Expressway, because there was a study, the amount of time we spent in traffic jam, moving between where you get in Chirinya, where I stay coming to town, and I spend 1 hour and a half. The country loses 1 trillion shilling in a year in traffic jam. Because if you stay in Mukono, which is a distance of less than 20 kilometers, and you work in Kampala, either